today's special section, we're talking about web hosting, domains, and working with WordPress locally on your computer. Now, if you're already familiar with these topics and you don't need web hosting, you already know how to install WordPress locally on your computer, by all means, you can skip this entire section, move on to the next section. Don't waste your time here. However, if you're brand new to web development, web hosting, domain names, then this section is going to be for you. In order to take this course, you need to be able to work with WordPress. Now, this could mean either working locally on your computer, or you actually go the live route where you buy yourself a domain name, you get yourself some web hosting, and then you work with WordPress live on the internet. Now, there's pros and cons to both sides. The major pros with working locally on your computer is that, well, it's completely free. You don't have to pay any amount of money. And then second, you don't need internet access, so you can work on your website anytime. It doesn't matter where you are. The major downsides though is that you're not going to get the experience of working with an actual web host. So you're not going to know exactly how they protect your website from hackers and malware. You may not be able to do certain things like maybe install SSL certificates and so much, but there are basically things that you need to be live on the internet before you can actually do them. So your working experience with working with WordPress locally on your computer will be limited. Now, on the flip side, the major pros of working live on the internet is that, well, you're going to get all the experience. Your website is going to be live on the internet. Plus, if you want somebody else, like maybe say for example me, to take a look at your website, it's going to be very, very easy. You just have to share the link to your domain, and I'll take a look, and it's going to be as easy as that. The major downside though is that it costs money to buy yourself a domain name and also get yourself some web hosting. But with that being said, if you want my own personal recommendation, I would always recommend the live route. Get yourself some hosting, get yourself a domain name. I just personally prefer that. But regardless, if you want to go the local route or you want to go the live route, I have spared no effort in introducing you to as many options as possible. Let me first of all talk about the live route. Now, when it comes to web host, because you need a hosting company to host your website live on the internet, I have two main options for you: SiteGround and then Cloudways. These are two web hosting companies that I actually personally host with. I've been with SiteGround since 2012. I joined Cloudways 2020. Now, the major difference between both of them is that SiteGround offers you something known as shared hosting, and then they also offer you cloud host. Now, cloud hosting is superior to shared hosting because with shared hosting, your website is basically sharing resources with other websites across the world. But with cloud hosting, it's just going to be your own website having a particular amount of resources specifically used by your website. Your website isn't going to share those resources with other websites. So basically, cloud hosting is more superior. With that being said though, SiteGround offers you both shared hosting and cloud hosting. Cloudways offers you only cloud hosting. They don't offer you shared hosting. So as a result, with SiteGround, you can get slightly cheaper alternatives. Like if you go to web hosting, for example, on SiteGround, these are the prices. Okay, so it starts from $7 per month to all the way to $15 per month, depending on which plan you go with. And then with Cloudways, it's going to be a bit more expensive, like I said, because they only offer cloud hosting. But honestly, in terms of cloud hosting itself, they're among the cheapest that you can find on the internet. Their plans start from $10 per month all the way to $80 per month, depending on the amount of resources that you want to buy for your website. Now, in the very next video, I'll walk you through briefly how you can buy yourself domain names and then web hosting with both Cloudways and SiteGround. But let me also mention that I have written extensive articles on both SiteGround and Cloudways. I have also made videos comparing both SiteGround and Cloudways. Here is one right here: SiteGround versus Cloudways hosting, which is better. You can check out my YouTube channel, The Web Monkey. I'll recommend that you subscribe as well. So I've made videos comparing SiteGround and Cloudways. I have also made extensive tutorials on how to work in the backend of both SiteGround and Cloudways. This is the one for SiteGround. So I show you how you can take advantage of the features they offer you, like speed, security, email services, and so on. Everything is covered in the video. I've also done the same for Cloudways as well. I've made a full tutorial walking you through the entire backend of Cloudways. So regardless of which one of the two you choose, I have you covered. I have all the necessary information for you. I have also written articles on my blog, webmoneyonline.com. You can check it out, where I compare both of them, and I also write my honest reviews about both web hosting companies. In short, I can stake my reputation on both Cloudways and SiteGround because I work with them. And the good news here is that if you decide to go with Cloudways, if you want to buy yourself some cloud hosting, you want to go with Cloudways, I've actually partnered with them to provide you with a very special discount where you can get 25% off for the first 3 months. You simply use the coupon code CloudMonk25, but you also have to use my link, which I'll provide in the resources attached to this video. If you can't find the link, do let me know and I'll send you another one. But you have to use the link and then you use the coupon code CloudMonk25 to get 25% off for the first 3 months. Now, that's for the live route. If you want to go local, you want to work with WordPress locally on your computer, I've also made extensive tutorials. You can check out my YouTube video titled How to Install WordPress Locally with XAMPP. XAMPP is one way how you can work with WordPress locally on your computer. But I've also made another video for local by Flywheel. Local by Flywheel. Yes, it's another way how you can work with WordPress locally on your computer. You will find the video, I think the next one is going to be the second one after the upcoming video, basically. So I'm going to show you how you can install WordPress locally on your computer with Flywheel. And personally, between XAMPP and Flywheel, I would recommend Flywheel. Flywheel is a bit better because with Flywheel, you can actually generate a live link for your website installed locally on your computer. So if you need somebody to take a look at your website, you can do so with Flywheel. So I'll recommend you use Flywheel over XAMPP. So again, you can check out the video I'll have. It's going to be further down. I'll walk you through how you can work with Flywheel, how you can install WordPress locally on your computer. So with that being said, that's basically the introduction to web hosting and domain names. In the very next video, I'm going to show you how you can actually purchase web hosting with SiteGround and also with Cloudways, and also how you can buy a domain name from a site called Namecheap. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next